Hey guys, I am so excited that you're here today. We are going to have a lot of fun. Today we're going to be talking about something really fun that's near and dear to my heart. Before I get started, let me welcome you guys into today's training. If you're watching this live here on this fabulous Monday, please comment live. But if you're watching this on the replay, which is awesome, then please comment replay. I love seeing who's watching, whether you're able to make it on these mid-morning or mid-afternoon, or I guess it's midday, depending on where you live, or if you are watching this on YouTube or on the replays or maybe in the Facebook groups. It's just always fun for me as I'm doing these sessions. So today we're going to be talking about something crafty, because I am a crafty person. I love being creative, and I give a lot, and I'm talking a lot of gifts to different people in my life, and throughout the years they've been homemade, and I make a lot of gifts for teachers and fathers and mothers and soccer parents, and I mean there's just so many things that I've created for my friends and loved ones. And I want to show you guys what I'm doing, because I know like some people, and maybe you might not be into this, and that's okay, but maybe you'll learn something about ClickDesigns and how you can leverage it and use it to make some pretty fun stuff. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to jump in and we're going to do an over-the-shoulder thing. I'm going to first go into slides, but I'm going to show you some of the things and ideas, but then we're going to jump into ClickDesigns. I'm going to show you from scratch how I make a couple things, which is going to be pretty cool. And then I'm also going to show you behind the scenes of how I print it and things like that. Now, I don't have much time. There's a lot to cover here, but I want to give you the essence of kind of what my process is. I'm not going to go into step by step by step by step. I don't have time for that, but you can be resourceful and you can research it, but I'm going to give you the ideas, and I'm going to inspire you to take some action and make some really fun gifts for people in your life. And you can do that now with ClickDesigns. So let's jump into training, and I will see you in a minute. Today, we're going to be talking about giving custom gifts. We're also going to be talking about selling custom gifts too. Did you know that there is so much opportunity out there for you to create some really cool things in ClickDesigns and then sell them for profit? Now, we're going to be talking about both selling and giving with ClickDesigns. Super excited to show you this, and behind kind of some of my gifts that I've created and I have sold before, as well as given away. And so I want you to master the art of personalized gifting and also monetize your design skills, from ClickDesigns to stunning gifts. And so that's what we're going to cover today. And next, I also want to just say you can design, market, and then sell these products as well inside of different platforms. And we'll go over a couple of those platforms in a minute. And you can offer them as services as well and create custom graphics for people as a service. That's pretty cool as well. So let's get going. We have a lot to cover. So let me first show you a ton of the gifts that I've created. Now, this is not a comprehensive list. I have created well over 100 gifts throughout my days, maybe even more than that. I don't even remember, I've lost count, but I'm always looking for opportunities to make handmade stuff. And so this on the left is a mug for my boss that I had when I was working corporately. He was amazing. His name was Pete. And he was taking me and my husband out boating with him and his wife, and I made this because it just happened to be boss's day. And I whipped this up and I put it onto a mug, and it said, "I never asked to be the world's best boss, but here I am absolutely crushing it, Pete," because that's his name. So he loved it, and he was able to keep that and use that. And then the one on the right is a koozie that I had made, and it says, "If a man says he will fix it, he will. There's no need to remind him every 6 months." I just found that really funny, because how many of us have people in our life, maybe it's a dad, maybe it's a husband, maybe it's a brother, who they start a project and it just never gets done. Happens all the time. And it is funny. You have to make fun of yourself and you have to laugh, right? And then these are some tumblers that I made as for someone else. So like they bought them from me. So they said, "Hey, I want to commission you to create some tumblers for me." So I bought the tumblers for them, and I bought and created the graphics. I used a Cricut, and then she paid me money for this. So yeah, you can sell, right? And so I knew this person, and she's a neighbor. Her husband's in the fire department. Her initials are here. And then this one is because we always joke around that she has RBF. And if you don't know what that is, you can go look that up. But she loves going to the beach. So we made this for her, and she loved it. And then I've also made things as personal as calendars. I made a bunch of these calendars for some friends last year. You guys might recognize Alicia Little. She's done so much for me as a best friend and a mentor. So I made this calendar. And so every single page for 12 months had different pictures in it. Some were of her and her family, some were of her and her fiance, some were of us hanging out. And there is just a ton of pictures that I use, but I created it using ClickDesigns. I was able to create these really cool pages, and then I even created the calendar part too. And then I had them printed, I laminated them, and I have a binder machine at home because I'm a nerd, and I actually put a binding machine on. So she sent me this picture on the right. She had opened up a little card. I have a card for each page, and she opened up that card and she took a picture and gave it to me and said it made her day. And so there are so many things you can do. And on the left, this is Wooden Spoon Survivor. This was a shirt that someone wanted made. On the right, they have a Jeep and they want a Jeep here, don't care. That's a hat. And so you can get the idea. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can make all of this stuff in ClickDesigns. The designs can be made in ClickDesigns. And then this is my daughter's. They have a soccer team. Actually, all 3 of my children are on 5 soccer teams this fall. It's going to be crazy, but I love being a soccer mom and a team manager. And so I often create gifts for my girls and my son and their teams. And so this on the right here, you can see I made these bags for my daughter's team last year, 2009 Chelsea, and then all the parents chipped in and we put stuff inside the bags, which was really cool. My daughter wanted a sweatshirt, so I made this sweatshirt for her right here. So you can see this. I mean, I made this in ClickDesigns. I did. It is really, really cool, right? And just to further the tote bags, I made this year for my daughter's team as well. They go on tournaments out of town, and we always chip in as parents and put these together. It's pretty fun. And so another idea are products. So I make homemade from scratch essential oils. This is a bug spray. I call it Marsha's Magic Mosquito Spray. I made that up myself because my friend's name is Marsha and she gave me the recipe. And so I ordered all of this stuff on Amazon, and then I put this sticker together and put it on here to make them look official, even though I don't sell them. I give these away as gifts, but hey, you could sell these. I carry these around in my purse. People love the smell of them. They're organic. They don't sting your eyes. You can spray them all over, and everyone always loves them. So that I always just let them have that. So I hand these out every single year. I make a ton and I hand them out, which is really cool. And then on the left here, here's a tumbler. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And I put that on a tumbler for someone. And then this on the middle right here, it says Kara's Kinky Stash. And on the back, it says this kinky comes with a side of opinion, because she's very opinionated and she likes those little tiny kinkies. They're like alcohol liquor bottles. They're minis, and they're the brand Kinky. And so I put a bunch of little minis inside this right here, and this is one of those shakers, right? And I put some on the outside here, and I gave that to her for her birthday, and she really liked them because now she put these above her refrigerator, and it's called the Kara's Kinky Stash, and when she needs to chill, she'll just grab one. So it's pretty cool. And the one on the right, Touch Me and I Will Bite You. This is a stitch. My daughter's best friend is a stitch lover, so we made this for her. This was 3 or 4 layers, but you can create all of this using ClickDesigns, and even better with layers. So you see how these are 3 different things. I used layers, which is really cool. And then baby gifts. This was a t-shirt I made for a little onesie, daddy's drinking buddy for my great nephew or my cousin nephew. I don't know. Someone in my family had a baby. And then this one on the right, this is my trainer at my gym. I go to F45, and he's having twins. And so I made this out of using the logo as inspiration for F45, and I made future F45 trainer Capelli is their last name. So he loved it. These little joggers are so cute right here. And so that was really nice. And see, I just make stuff. And then I had people asking me, they would pay me to make these designs for their baby gifts. And it was just really cool. It just started to echo, and everyone always wants to buy everything that I'm making. And then this one on the left, my dad had an S10 pickup truck that is still in our family, and people borrow it from time to time, and we call it paying it forward. Check me out, meaning check out the truck, and you have to write down what you used it for. My dad passed away a few years ago, and we have this book inside his S10. It's a little stick shift truck that we all take turns driving, and we use it, and it's fun. It's old, but we made this book and it was cute. And so this is a sticker that I made. And then on the right side, this is for me, reminding myself. I said, hey, fat girl, because, you know, that whole saying, I wish I was as fat as the first time I thought I was fat. I'm not sure if anyone feels that way, but if I can go back to my 20-year-old self, man, I would talk to her and tell her to keep working out and keep eating clean, right? And now that I'm older, I have to remind myself. So I made this little book, and on the inside it has inspirational quotes, and it has kind of my journal, my diary of what I'm doing for fitness and self-care. And then teacher gifts. That's an easy one, right? This one is for my daughter. This is Lexi, her teacher named Miss McGauley. And so I made this tote bag, messenger bag for her, and put that together. So you can see I made this in ClickDesigns. How cool is that, right? I just made the lines. I used all the stuff in ClickDesigns. It was easy. And you just have to be a little creative and put that together, right? And then next, lots of teacher gifts that I've made throughout the years. I've made bags and totes and calendars, and you name it, I've made it. And these are some of the teacher names. So you'll see Minky here, Maul, Alan, and over here it says, it takes a big heart to teach little minds. And I had gift cards for them and little tumblers. So pretty cool, huh? So those are just some of the ideas. I have made hundreds of things. Now, I first started making gifts when I was really young. I was actually in college, and I made wine labels. And I don't even know how I got onto this, but I made wine labels to give away to people as gifts, and I put their picture on the wine label. And it was really like weddings got to be, I'd go to all these weddings, and so I'd create this bottle of champagne or a wine bottle, and I would put a label that I created. I put a picture of the couple on there, and it would be like, you know, cheers to happily ever after, you know, to your wedding day. And I would put my name at the bottom. And I've made, man, a lot of those throughout my years. And I started getting paid for it. People would pay me $50 to make them a set of 12 or, you know, 5. And it was just, it became a thing that I did throughout the years. And so you'll see, like, it's pretty interesting that people will pay for a lot of different customized, personalized things. So I put this together, 100 ideas for custom gifts to give you an idea of what you guys could do. And I'm not going to read this list, take some screenshots, or refer back to this when it's on the replay, but you'll see that there's a lot of stuff. Now, I want to ask you guys a question and take a moment, a break. What in your life can you think about giving a gift to someone? So like, say you have something coming up. Maybe it's coming back to school for teachers. Maybe it's a coach in your life. Maybe it's your wife or your husband. Maybe it's a child. Maybe it's your grandma. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's a neighbor. Is there someone in your life that has impacted you? Their birthday's coming up, something that you could create a customized gift for. This is what you can do. And you can go out. Now, I'm not going to put the step-by-step because, man, that would take me all day. But it would be cool to have something, right? I want you to be resourceful. Go out to Google. And so say you're going to make a personalized gift tag, or maybe personalized wrapping paper. You can create anything you want. On these are, you go into ClickDesigns, you create the design, and then you upload it into different platforms, Zazzle.com and personalizedmall.com, and I can probably go on and on and on. I mean, like Walgreens even has customized things if you want to put a photo collage together with some words on it and make a canvas. There's everything, right? Like you can look at this right here. All of these, just type it into Google and say custom playing cards. And then there's all these websites will come up, and look for the one that says I can make one at a time. I can upload the image and it's buy it and ship it. It's all out there. We made a puzzle recently, and it's a really big puzzle of my kids with their horse camp stuff, and they loved it. And I mean, there's just so many ideas. So think about what you could do, right? Think about the things you could do. And these are just ideas. There's way more than 100, but I just wanted to put together something for you to kind of go, I never thought about that. That is pretty cool. You can make stickers for people. You can make wallpapers. You can make personalized books. There are just so many things, right? And so if I had all the time in the world, I would go through each and every one and show you, but man, there's just so much stuff you can do. And then finally, you can make money. You can sell these gifts as a finished product on Homemade, which is Amazon's platform, or Etsy, or you can go on your local marketplace, right? And say, hey, I've made these gifts. They're for our local sports team, and who wants one, right? And you can give those and sell them to people. Or you can go onto Fiverr and offer your services. You can offer your services to, hey, this is what I can offer you. I can create you a custom shirt for your baby gift. I can make you a photo frame. I can make you anything, right? You can give them that list I just showed you, and they can pick and choose, and then you can say, hey, I'll make you a design for $50, right? I mean, you can do this, or you can create your own Shopify store. There's so many things you can do. There's even the marketplace for ClickDesigns. You can offer all of this designs and services inside of there. Just so many things. And so if I had all the time in the world, we would go in deep on how to do this, but I hope this has given you an idea, right? But I want to jump into the software, and I want to get going on what is possible and create a couple designs in live. I want to do it live so you guys can see how simple it is, and it doesn't take that much time. And I'm about, a little over halfway through. So I have some time to make a couple things. Let's get into the software. Inside the ClickDesigns dashboard of my demo account, let me start a brand new from scratch design here. So I'm going to click Start from Scratch. I'm going to type in the name, Adrian, and I'm going to title this as a F45 baby gift, because I made this for my trainer. And so I'm going to show you guys how I did it. I'm going to put 1,000 by 1,000 because I want it to be a square, and I want it to be pretty large so I can print it and use it for maybe other designs, maybe adult designs, not just baby clothes. I'm going to go and create circles now. So I'm going to pull this shape in here. It's a circle, and it's a perfect square. I'm going to draw it out and get it to the size of where I want it to be. And then I'm going to pull in the logo of F45 so I can get some inspiration and match the colors as well. And I'm super excited to announce that ClickDesigns has added an eyedropper. Yes, yes, yes. I've been asking for this. And within 24 hours of me asking for this, Mo and his team put it together, and you guys are going to love it. It is an eyedropper up at the top right. So as I'm building this out, as you can see, I have the logo for F45, but I want to match the colors exactly. So see the eyedropper right there? Yay! Click that eyedropper. You're going to go to somewhere in your design, and you can match the color, see? And now when I go back to the shape, and I go back to click on shape, so you select what you want to change it to, and I paste it into the color selector. Boom, it is the exact color. Oh my gosh, super excited. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo. I'm also going to duplicate the circle because I'm going to need several circles to make this happen. I'm trying to match kind of the outline of what they have with the functional 45 there. I'm trying to make that same type of look and feel. I want this to look like a really cool logo, look just like their logo, but it's going to be really personalized with a name for a baby and F45 training. So future trainer is what I'm going for here. So I'm trying to match this now. So I'm going to make that one. So you can see I have the outside, and I'm matching right now. I use the magnet to make sure it's centered. Once you have one thing centered, it makes it easy to make everything else centered. And now I need to reverse these colors here because I want the outer one to be red and the inner one to be blue. So I'm gonna click that, I'm gonna go up here, again, I'm gonna use the eyedropper and select it, added it, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with matching the red, and then I'm going to go back here and add it to the red. So like this, there it is, see? Pretty cool. And then I'm gonna lock these into place because, and I'm gonna retitle these so I know, because it gets really confusing if they all say path. So I'm making this red circle, and then I have one that's called blue circle. So what you do is you go to the layers and you open layers, you click on the little edit, and then you're going to type it in and make sure you hit enter, because if you don't hit enter, it doesn't work, because I've forgotten that many times. And then I'm going to duplicate it again and make it smaller to make the white circle in the middle. And here we go. Now I'm going to make another red circle and a white circle. So you're going to see me do the water or the eyedropper again. I'm going to make sure it's red. I'm going to click on that, the circle that I want to turn red, and then I paste it into the color. Yay! And there it is. There's the red. I'm trying to kind of make it a little bit bigger here and center it to make sure it looks center. Pretty good, huh? Pretty not too bad. I tend to be a perfectionist, so you have to bear with me a little bit, but there you go. Pretty easy. And then again, duplicate, and then make this one smaller for the white, and I'm going to change it to white, which is really simple to do. I don't need the eyedropper for that. And then I'm going to rename these because again, it gets confusing very fast. So I'm going to name that to white circle and hit enter. I'm going to name that one to red circle. And then I'm going to, or inner red, I'll add inner red because there's 2 red circles already, right? And so I'm moving these around to match, and then now I can make this one a little bit bigger and center that one. And I know it'll come together. You just got to keep going, and you have to have a little bit of an imagination here, right? And think outside the box. And I know that's hard for some people, but for me, I love it. And so there we go. There is the circle. It's perfect. I think can't get any better than that. And now what we're going to do is add the text layers. We're going to add future F45 trainer because I want it to be for the baby's shirt. I have this little sweatsuit and they're twins, so there's 2 of them, and I want it to say future trainer, and I think it'll be adorable, and you're going to see the finished product in a minute. But again, I'm going to use the eyedropper, make sure I'm matching the red. I'm going to make it red. Now I'm going to make 3 layers in order to make this possible, and lobster is actually inside of ClickDesigns already under font family, and that is the official F45, and working on the spacing here to try to get it, better space. So letter spacing, you go in and out, try to get that cursive feel. There it is, pretty cool. And now what I want to do is I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to have to work my magic to get the colors to be white, because the white is the next layer. So the front layer is red, the middle layer is white. And so what I do to make that happen is I add a stroke of white and I make the font white. And then I move it, as you can see, to behind the red. And then I make it a little bit bigger, the stroke, so you can see that it's adding that effect, right? Pretty cool. And I'm going to do that again one more time to make the blue. And it seems like it might be difficult, but honestly, it's not that hard if you can think outside the box. So I want to rename these because I keep messing up here. So let's see, it's future white, right? I want the future to be white. Oop, I didn't hit enter. See, that happen. So go back, type in white, and then enter, and then it'll save it. And then this one, I want it to be the red, and there you go. So you move that one up, make sure it's centered, There you go. I have the red. Now I have the white. Now what I want to do is I want to add a blue. So I'm going to right click, duplicate, and I'm going to make this the blue color, right? You go to the eyedropper, make sure you click on blue, click on the text now to make sure it's highlighted, and then you want to add it to the color. I'm going to go down again to stroke and add the color to stroke again, and make the stroke width really large because we're trying to get that effect, right? So I'm going to try to match it there. I'm going to pull it down on the layers on the right. I love the layers panel. I'm going to make it real big so you can see how it's coming together. Doesn't that look pretty cool? So future, but I have it just like the training is on the left. Now I'm going to add trainer since we have future ready to go. I'm going to show you a different font because I want to just show variety for the purpose of this training. So I'm going to put that down at the bottom. I'm going to go to font family and I'm going to scroll down to one called, what's it called? Strickland or Strickland. And it's kind of similar to lobster. So I'm going to put that in there. There's letter spacing and then font. I want to get a little bigger. Not that big. Go back down. And go back to letter spacing too, because I want to get that, not cursive feel, but I want the italics feel. So there it is. That looks pretty good. Let me change the color now to red and then move it a little up. Then duplicate it. So we're going to do the same effect. We're going to have the white and blue, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that right here. I'm going to go and change the color to white. And then make the stroke white as well to make it match, to give that effect that it's kind of like a stroke, but it's really the outer layer and it creates that little image, and then make the stroke pretty big. And then I'm gonna do that with trainer. I'm going to move this down. And again, you can click the eyeball if you're not sure which layer you're selecting, if they're all named the same. And then you just put white, enter this one. See how I put the eyeball and I can see if it's the trainer, if it goes off and on. And I made it red, and then the next one. Then move that down. And then I'm going to make the new one that navy that we were talking about, right? So I'm going to change that to blue so that I remember which one I'm on. And then I'm going to use the eyedropper, get the blue, and then go up to color, and then I'll be able to paste that in, right? And you can select it. If you can't get it on the workspace, you can go on the right to layers and make sure it's selected. And then you can click on stroke and add in the navy. So this one's taking a little longer because it's more intricate, right? I could have made something simple, but maybe if I have time, I'll make something really simple to show you how fast you can do it. If you're making something a little more creative, kind of like this, it's going to take you a little bit of time. And if you're a perfectionist like me, then it'll take you a lot more time. Now all that's left is the logo part. So I'm going to actually just use this for ease of use. And I'm going to make it to the top layer. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to crop it. You just click on it, go over to image, and go scroll up, and you're going to see where you can crop right here. I can crop it down to just the F45. So this will make it quite easy for me to put that in here. Let's see here, maybe a little more on the left, you think? Let's see. Okay, there you go. And then make it a little bit bigger, put it in the middle, and then I need to move it back. Let's move it back. Here we go. And there you go. That looks pretty cool, right? And to save time, I'm not going to add the functional 45 in the name Capelli like I would normally, and I'll show you the end product, but I'm going to export this out and I'm going to get it ready for printing. Let me show you what I did to get it onto a gift. Let's jump back to slides here, and we're going to show you the end product. And this is the end product right here. Pretty cool, right? Look at these little jumpsuits because he's having twins. Here's my trainer. He was super excited about it. And you're probably wondering, how did I get it onto here? So let me show you really quickly the process of what I did. So I printed it onto dark transfer paper, and then I added it on using just my iron at home. And you just need to heat up your iron, kind of smoothly iron it on, and boom, there it is. You can see the smoke coming off of it, but look, it's on there perfectly. It looks amazing. So now what I want to do really quickly, I know we only have a few more minutes, I'm a little over time, but I want to make this mug, this one on the left. I'm just going to make it really quickly, basic in ClickDesigns, and just show you how easy it is. And let me just show you one stat, and this is going to be awesome to know, is that there are people making simple mugs just like this and making thousands and thousands of dollars every single month on Amazon. You can post these to Amazon. It is amazing. I'm back in the software. What we're going to do is click save. I am talking fast because I want to show you this really fast and how easy it is to do. And we're going to just start a brand new project. And this is going to be really quick. So from here, I'll click dashboard. Actually, I could have just clicked start from scratch right there. I'm just so used to coming into my dashboard and clicking start from scratch. And then I'm going to just type in AGN mugs and then click continue. I'm going to just keep it width by height. Let's do, this one's a little taller. So let's do 600 by 800 because that's kind of like a mug. And then we're simply going to make that same exact mug. All right, here we are. So I'm gonna make that like this. Literally all we're going to do is add text. And you would be amazed how many mugs are sold on not just Amazon, but on eBay and Etsy and Zazzle and Redbubble, and I can go on and on. There's lots of print on demand type of places. You can create this stuff and then you don't have to worry because someone else will print it for you. All you have to do is make the designs and then you can get them printed and you can sell them. It's pretty cool. Or like this, I made this for my boss. I can't type and talk at the same time, so bear with me. I am absolutely crushing it. Oops, not crusting it, crushing it. And then dash Pete. I mean, that is pretty easy, right? And so you can pick out what kind of font you want. I can center it. I can put it right here. I can make it a little bit bigger. And then all you have to do is get this to your print on demand place. Maybe it's Printly, maybe it's, let me use this magnet. Maybe it is Printify. There's tons of them out there. You can go research it. And all I have to do is save and export. Now that was pretty quick, guys. Who's going to try this? Make a mug, right? And then you can go out and you can actually go to Amazon and sign up, and you can have your supplier ship it right to Amazon, whether that's Printify or one of the other ones. So you can go look at it, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so I know we're over time, so I'm gonna close us out here, but I hope this really got you excited. All right, so did that spark a new way to use ClickDesigns? I hope it did. I love making this stuff, and every day I'm coming up with something new, something exciting, something fun, and I just love being crafty. Now, you don't have to be crafty. I'll go into another really deep arts and crafts one later, but today I just wanted to give you an idea as far as gifts, how you can use ClickDesigns to leverage it to make gifts for people in your life. Pretty easy. I have an inkjet printer. That's it. I have a Cricut and I have some other things that I use to make some of these gifts, but I use ClickDesigns to make the designs, and it's really fun. And when you get your end product and you look at it, you're just like, wow, I made that. That's pretty cool. And I want you guys to feel that. So please, can I challenge you? Can I challenge you? Who's going to make a gift? Who's going to make even just an design for a gift, step one? And I would love for you guys to share those in the Facebook group so that we can all see and be mesmerized by your creations. All right, so I'm gonna close this out here. I know we're a little bit over, but I just want to say thank you so much, you guys. I love you guys too. Thank you for the kind comments, and that always makes me feel good that I'm actually touching people's lives, even though we're from a distance here and I'm virtual, but we're live here. And I just love, love, love helping this community thrive with ClickDesigns. And so I hope you guys enjoyed today's training. And I haven't said this in a while, but I'm going to remind you guys, if you want to say thank you to me and for my time, go to my YouTube channel, angienorris.tv, and subscribe. That helps me. It's a channel that I need to really put some time into, but I'm starting to make some waves there, and I just want to get that number count a little bit higher. So thank you so much for that. All right, guys, I'm going to close this out. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys in the next training, which is for affiliates. All right, bye, guys.